Hey everyone, thanks again for tuning into Management Consulting Journal. In today's video, we're going to talk about the third section of the DRESS framework, which is used to help you ace your case interviews. And in this section, we're going to talk about how to experiment and test the issue tree that you came up with in the previous section. So in a nutshell, what you want to do in this section is devise an experiment that can prove or disprove your hypothesis. So this is where you're going to ask your interviewers questions and get information that will help you prove or disprove your hypothesis. And these questions are generally called key questions in consulting. And what you want to do is just ensure that you gather enough information to help you either adjust your hypothesis, disabandon them, or come to a conclusion. Okay. So we're just going to go through an exercise right now, and what I want you to do is, based on our issue tree that we created in the previous section, come up with key questions under each of these sections. So just to reach out your memory, this is the issue tree that we came up with from the last section, where we defined that, the cause of declines in the educational providers' number of students could be either external changes or customer experience, and under that are three different buckets that fit into each one. And I just wanted to come up with some questions that you can ask under each of these buckets, as just to explain why there is a decline in volume. So take about 20-30 minutes to do this. Pause the video and we'll reconvene in a little bit. Okay, so hopefully you have come up with your own questions, key questions for the educational provider. Here are some questions that I came up with when I did this exercise. So I'm just going to take the external changes one first, and then we're going to talk about customer experience. For external changes, under competitors, some key questions could be, has there been new competitors entering into the online educational space? Has competitor sales and profitability been increasing or declining? So that tells you if it's an economic or industry problem or client specific. So substitutes. Has there been technological advancement in the online educational space? What are the current substitutes for online learning? Has sales of substitutes been increasing or decreasing? Under economy, I have, is an economic downturn? Has there been declines to the students' income level? Which is very important as well. And for our second branch of analysis, we have customer experience. And under that are three different sections as well. Under sales, I have, are students aware of our course? So is our marketing and sales department even doing their job of reaching these students? How are we currently acquiring our students, and are we successful in our efforts? Is our online checkout system easy to use? Is it easy to find information on our website? Courses. Are our courses up to date and relevant? What metrics does our student evaluate us on, and how do we score on those metrics versus our competitors? And under student support, I have, how does our student rate our student support? How long does it take our student to get an answer that they're looking for? Is our customer service reps given required training and enablement? And do they, meet student satisfaction, or etc.? So that gives you an idea of questions that you could ask, and these questions are derived from the hypothesis that you have in the previous section, as you can see. You might remember that in the previous section we had a question about low-cost competitors coming in. So that's why one of our questions is there new competitors entering into this space? So once we ask all those questions, we're going to get some data from the interviewer, and they are as follows. So on the external changes side, we find that new competitors introduced on-demand pre-recorded course for only $30 per course. And this could be a very big aha moment. That's why I put a yellow star on it, because it's usually information like this that leads you to your conclusion. Other competitors' sales has declined since the entry as well. Under substitutes, we know that sales of in-class training has remained the same. Okay, so not much there. In economy, there has been an economic downturn and students' spending level has decreased. So this further helps us understand why they're moving to this competitor who's offering courses for a lower price because, well, they have less money to spend. And on the customer experience side, we find that in terms of sales, students find our client through online advertisement and social media campaigns. The website is easy to use and the checkout system as well. Under courses, the courses are relevant and up to date. In the exit survey, several students reported that the professor took personal calls during class time. Uh-oh, that's not good. Student complained that the course is dry and boring. Under student support, we have students are generally very satisfied with our customer service reps, so no problems there. However, they report that it is hard for them to reach their professors at times. So just from these two, from the information that we gathered from these two slides, we can conclude that the combination of on-demand training and lack of professor interactions caused our clients' sales to decline. So first is the new competitor entering into the market at a lower price, and their courses can be viewed on demand as well. And the second thing is that our professors are not very attentive to the students, so they do not respond to questions on time. They take calls during class hours, and their classes are just boring, dry. So the students are not very happy with it. So now that we know the root cause of the problem, in the next stage, we're going to decide what is the best course of action to take given that this is the root cause of the problem. So stay tuned. Thank you very much for your attention. Please sign up for a free consultation if you're interested in breaking into the management consulting industry. Questions or comments, leave it below or email us at info@managementconsultingjournal.com. Thanks, guys. See you in the next video.